All right, let's talk about Bodega Market. They've just put out their roadmap for 2026, and it looks like they are absolutely done playing around. This isn't just an update. It's a blueprint for how they plan to become a major player in the prediction market game. So what's the plan? Let's dive in.
You know, this one sentence from their roadmap really says it all, doesn't it? The message here is crystal clear. The sandbox phase is over. From this point forward, it's all about growth, it's about scale, and it's about building something that's here to stay. This really sets the tone for everything that follows.
And what is that goal? Well, it's nothing short of becoming one of the top prediction market platforms in all of Web3. So the big question is, how are they going to pull that off? Well, it all starts with a multi-phase strategy. Now, before we get too deep, let's do a quick refresh on what a prediction market even is. The easiest way to think about it is like a stock market, but for future events. So instead of buying a piece of a company, you're buying shares in the outcome of, say, an election, or maybe a big sports game. You're literally betting on what happens next.
Okay, so phase one is all about building a rock-solid foundation. Before they can go out and conquer the world, they're focusing on perfecting their product right on their home turf, which is the Cardano blockchain.
So, kicking things off in Q1, they're making 4 really critical moves. First, they're upgrading their core tech to make everything run smoother. Then they're bringing back the super popular V2 markets. They're also giving creators more control with custom odds. And finally, they're launching a big marketing push to get the whole Cardano community hyped up.
And let me tell you, bringing back V2 markets, that's a huge deal, especially for market creators. It's a total game changer. See, the old way, you had to put your own money on the line to start a market. But now, you can launch one with absolutely zero personal risk and just collect fees from all the trading. This is going to open the floodgates for way more markets on the platform.
Another key tweak is these custom odds. Before this, every single market had to start at a 50-50 split. But now, creators can set more realistic odds right from the get-go, maybe something like 70-30. So why is this so important? Well, it makes the markets way more attractive to serious, experienced traders, and it just makes everything more efficient from the moment a market opens.
All right, so the foundation is solid. What's next? Phase 2 is all about opening the floodgates. The whole focus here shifts to breaking down barriers and bringing in a massive wave of new, mainstream users.
Bodega gets it. They know what the single biggest roadblock to mass adoption is. For the average person, just figuring out how to get their money from their bank account into the crypto world is a huge, complicated pain.
And their solution is actually pretty brilliant. A super smooth fiat on-ramp. By plugging directly into payment systems we all use every day, like Apple Pay and Google Pay, they're making it so that funding your Bodega account feels as easy and normal as buying something off Amazon. That completely removes the friction for anyone new to crypto.
But, just getting people through the door is only half the battle. You have to make them want to stay. And to do that, they're focused on 3 things. Building trust with faster automated results, making the whole experience fun with things like leaderboards and rewards, and, crucially, giving the community real power through decentralized governance.
So we have a strong foundation. The gates are wide open. Now comes Act 3, going global. This is the part of the plan where Bodega stops being just a Cardano project and starts becoming a true global player.
And this expansion isn't just a mad dash, it's a very deliberate step-by-step process. First, they spend Q1 mastering Cardano. Then, by Q3, they're building bridges to giants like Ethereum and Solana. And for the final step, by the end of the year, they're integrating Bitcoin itself, becoming a platform where it truly doesn't matter what crypto you hold.
And they aren't just crossing their fingers and hoping for growth. They have hard targets. The goal is to bring in over 5,000 new users in just the first few months of that global marketing push.
Even crazier, look at their financial target. They're aiming for a 10x increase in the total value locked on the platform. That's just a massive amount of liquidity, and it's what they expect to pull in by expanding across all these different blockchains. Now, the secret sauce to making all this expansion happen is a protocol called Midnight. You can think of it as giving Bodega 2 incredible superpowers. First, it adds a powerful layer of user privacy. And second, it gives them the technical key to unlock the door to the enormous user base on Ethereum and other similar chains. So all of these steps, this entire roadmap, it all leads to one final destination, the V4 endgame. And this isn't just another small update. This is their grand vision for what Bodega is truly meant to be. I love how they frame this part. They're not just building a new feature here.
They're positioning Bodega V4 as the answer to one of the biggest problems for the entire Cardano ecosystem, that lack of a true killer app that can finally bring in a mainstream audience.
So what exactly is V4? Well, at its heart, it's something called a central limit order book, or CLOB. The absolute easiest way to wrap your head around this is to picture the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange, but built from the ground up specifically for prediction markets. It's a high-performance engine built for speed, insane volume, and professional-level trading.
And this right here, this is the ultimate prize. Bodega V4 is engineered to be Cardano's killer app. It's the platform that they believe will finally make online event betting a mainstream activity in the crypto world.
So, when you pull it all together, this is the blueprint. You start with a proven, solid infrastructure. You add incredibly easy access for regular folks. You go after aggressive cross-chain growth. You put the community in charge, and you wrap the whole thing in next-gen privacy. It's a seriously comprehensive and powerful plan.
And it really all comes down to this, doesn't it? Bodega is building this incredibly powerful engine that will let you bet on almost any future event using almost any crypto on any blockchain. The only question left is, what future are you going to bet on?